Alright, what is going on with this Street Fighter movie? I'm not gonna lie to you, I didn't even know there was a Street Fighter movie being made until I heard Roman Reigns was gonna be looked at to play Akuma. Over under on whether or not Roman will be in more scenes in the movie than he'll have matches in a year at this point. But more power to him, still getting paid. But why is it no matter when the movie gets made, Hollywood always seems to find a way to get the Street Fighter movies wrong? I'm hoping it's not the case with this new one, but we'll see. Let's take a quick look at the weird history of live-action Street Fighter. In pictures, of course, because if I use a clip, I'm gonna get claimed. Okay, technically we've had 2 Street Fighter live-action movies and 1 web series. I'm disqualifying the web series that accompanied Street Fighter V because that was mainly just to promote the game in my opinion. But being truthful, there is a spectrum with 2 live action movies at the opposite ends of it, and the web series is somewhere in the middle. I'll ask you later where you think the 2026 movie is gonna land. Starting off at one end, we have the Coke end of the spectrum. If you knew the backstory of the production of that movie, you would understand why. But anyways, the 1994 Street Fighter movie. One of those so bad it's good movies. It's so hilariously awful and in no way close to the source material that it starts to be unintentionally entertaining. This movie missed every possible layup that it could and decided to just start throwing up step back Hail Marys from like half court. All the way down to Ryu and Ken not being the focus, Ryu feuding with Vega and not Sagat, Jean-Claude Van Damme as American hero Guile, and Chun-Li being a news reporter and not an Interpol agent. Oh, but wait, it gets even worse the more you look at it. E Honda and Balrog work in the news business and are somehow tech-savvy hackers. By the way, Balrog's hairline is absolutely insane in this movie. It's out of control. Joanna DJ is in Shadaloo, and whatever in the hell this Blanca is, my god, this is all a disaster. They centered the movie around Bison holding hostages for ransom against world governments to take over Shadaloo and build shopping malls. No, I am not kidding with that last part. And Guile and friends are trying to stop him. By the way, this plot also led into the Saturday morning cartoon in the United States in the 90s. Most diehard Street Fighter fans despise this movie for how off it is to the story, and I can't say that I blame them. I will say Raul Julia's performance as Bison is so maniacal it makes the entire movie worth watching. The other Street Fighter movie has a performance that will make you want to watch the film as well, but we'll get to that. While still over the top, he was almost to me in this movie what Christopher Lambert was in the Mortal Kombat movie from '95. It's entertainingly cheesy. But Raul Julia is even more impressive when you learn that he was terminally ill while filming this movie and passed away shortly before its release. At the same time, the crew was dealing with Van Damme's nose powder habits, to put it lightly, which supposedly was getting out of control at this point when they were filming. Which is also kind of odd because he was incredibly subdued in this movie as far as his acting was concerned. At the other end of the spectrum, however, is the Street Fighter Legend of Chun-Li movie. Oh my god. Full disclosure, I love, and I mean love, watching awful movies. Samurai Cop and Ricky O are 2 of my legit favorite movies of all time. They're highly entertaining bad films, but this one holds a special place in my heart for how bad and boring it is. The original intention for this film, I believe, was a series of movies first around Chun-Li, then Ryu, and then Guile to set the story around Street Fighter 2 or Alpha 3 by the end. Not entirely a bad idea, but boy was this movie not getting a sequel. First things first, the casting for this movie is the worst. The dude here plays Bison. I don't know how this is supposed to be M. Bison, but whatever, this is the decision they made. Robin Shou, known for his portrayal of Liu Kang in the Mortal Kombat film, was Gen in this movie, and he looks nothing like him. Why do they do this? It's like when they hired Shang Tsung to play Heihachi in the Tekken movie. Like, why? Leave the dudes known for iconic fighting game characters already alone in different films. Oh, and they hired Taboo from the Black Eyed Peas to play Vega. The Chung-Li in this movie wasn't completely terrible from Smallville, but the star of this film truly was Charlie. Chris Klein is a decent actor, but oh my god was he ridiculously over the top in this movie, and it has to be seen to be believed. Like, he's completely changing emotions mid-sentence sometimes. I don't know what was going on. I believe allegedly he had issues with either alcohol or substance abuse too, so I hope that's not the problem in this movie. It was in the first Street Fighter movie, but my god did it make for an interesting portrayal of Charlie Nash in this film. Overall, I will give this movie some credit. They stuck closer to the source material a lot better here, in my opinion. This is so close to an acceptable tale of Chung-Li getting revenge for Bison's murder of her father. They even almost got away with shoehorning superpowers in such a way that you almost accepted it in this world, unlike how it was done in the Van Damme Street Fighter movie. It's a shame the effects are terrible. Now for the entity that gives me hope about the 2026 Street Fighter movie, and that's the middle portion of this spectrum. It's almost as close to perfection as you can get. Street Fighter Assassin's Fist. I am blown away by how few people even know that this was made or even exists. It's honestly a shame. It started out as a web series that was combined into a movie, and it centered around 4 Street Fighter characters: Ken, Ryu, Akuma, and Goken. This did a great job of showing the training of Ken and Ryu under Goken and relaying that training to the one of Goken and his little brother Goki. It also later shows Goki's transformation into Akuma. Even that little detail was a nice way to address the name difference of Akuma and Goki across the United States and Japan. They got so many details right, and even the little ones in this movie, all the way down to like characters doing their basic inputs and basic movesets right from the games during the middle of fights. The Raging Demon scene is legendary in this movie. This is easily the best non-animated portrayal of Street Fighter I have ever seen. And the reason is simple. It almost 98% stuck to the source material from the games. It's honestly not that hard. I don't get why Hollywood makes things so hard on itself, and then they take the games and overcomplicates the story on film. Just make the game into a movie. It's like, how hard is that of a concept? As much as I enjoyed it, that's the weird issue with the 2021 Mortal Kombat movie. It took weird liberties with the source material that were completely unnecessary. Either commit to making the source material your own, like Mortal Kombat Legacy, or stick to it to a T here, like Assassin's Fist. All that being said, I still feel like this Street Fighter movie could be good. The initial casting decisions were fine in the beginning, but once we start getting the 50 Cent as Borog and Andrew Schultz as Dan and Cody Rhodes for some reason as Guile, it makes me think this movie could be headed in the direction closer to the Minecraft movie, possibly one big cash grab. I'm hoping they take it seriously and they don't make this a joke, but honestly, I have no idea. Some aspects of this casting is gold and other ones has me scratching my head. If I'm being truthful here, my expectations are gonna stay pretty low for this movie until I see it. The casting has shown me not to expect much out of this, but I may be pleasantly surprised because of it. I'm hoping that I am. But I want to know what you guys think. Will this movie be a bland mess like the Chung-Li movie, or will it be an over-the-top disaster like the Van Damme movie? Or even better, could it pull off something that sticks closer to the source material like Assassin's Fist? Personally, I like them to take lessons from Street Fighter the animated movie, which is the greatest Street Fighter movie ever made, live action or not. But anyways, like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and you all have a good one, and I'm out.
Get it on that. Select and make it first pick. Get it on that. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Get it on that. Choose and pick the best one. Get it on that. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get it on that. Select and make it first pick. Get it on that. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Get it on that. Choose and pick the best one. Get it on that. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get it on that.